Hi again, YouTubers. This is a review that has been requested for the Sigma, and this is the Advanced Professional set, I believe it's called. It's definitely the Advanced set. And what this is, it has 15 different brushes to it that are additional brushes from the original set that they came out with. So I'm going to tell you a little bit of what I think of each one, and if I have the original MAC brush, I'm going to compare it to that, just tell you some thoughts. These were sent to me, so I just want to let everybody know that ahead of time. However, if you guys watch my videos, you know I'm pretty much honest no matter which way it goes. And one thing I will mention about Sigma that's really, really great is the owner says that she wants all reviews up, good, bad, and different, whatever, because everybody has their own opinion, and that's what helps them kind of progress on. So that's an amazing thing about their company. And just to let you know, I have ordered through this company before. I've not been sent everything I have. I've ordered some of the stuff that I have as well. So I am aware of how they are for customer service. I am aware of how they are for shipping. And I will say this is Bombshell Sweet, a couple weekends ago, actually quite a few weekends ago, had an event that she needed some brushes, and she said to me, she said, do you know if they have overnight shipping, this, that, and the other? And so I just tweeted to them, and they got back to both of us and let us know she could just put an order in and then contact a certain person, and she could get overnight shipping if she paid for it. So she got her brushes the next day. So that's pretty awesome. Really great customer service. Okay, first brush. These are all right now labeled as SS and a number. And the number, such as this one, is the SS134, and it correlates with the MAC 134. Okay, let me show you these two. I do own the MAC 134. I will mention a couple things. The Sigma, I'm super happy about this, is changing the numbers on their brushes. So we jokingly have said on Twitter a couple of times that the ones that have the old SS numbers on them are going to be collector's items. They're going to be changing them. F is going to be face, E is going to be eyes, and I forget what the other letters are, but I'm super excited about that. The SS197, which is like my all-time favorite brush, is now called an F80 if anyone's interested. So a couple different things about them is, first of all, and keep in mind too, guys, Sigma is not trying to duplicate exactly MAC brushes. They're trying to kind of take what they like about MAC brushes and make them into something that they think would work better. So some of the things are a little bit different. The one thing that I will say about the Sigma one is it is not as flared out, but also I think it may flare out over time a little bit better, because my MAC one I've had for a couple years. So, but I will say this too, the Sigma one is way softer than my MAC one. My MAC one's kind of scratchy. So that's the first one. The next one, I have only tried this once so far, and it is the SS316. It's a lip brush. I just don't use lip brushes that often, and I don't own the MAC one, so I can't really compare it to that. So I'm gonna fold this over. The next one is the SS138. Now this is a pointed tipped brush that can be used for contouring and for bronzer and things like that. I do have the MAC one. I actually have two MAC ones. A couple things I'm going to point out. This is way pointier, which I actually like, because I tend to use my 138 for contouring and for a little bit of bronzer to kind of blend it in. But when you want to do that deep contour, this edge doesn't do that for you. So the Sigma one actually has a more pointed edge. And the really great thing too about these brushes is they come with brush guards. So after you wash them, you put them back in the brush guard, and it helps them keep their shape, which is really cool. And I wish more companies did that. The next one is the SS129, and this is what it looks like, and I probably should have pulled all of mine out beforehand. Yep. So now again, mine are older and have had a lot more use, and mine also didn't dry in brush guards, so they fluffed out more than the Sigma ones. And again, one thing I will say about MAC's face brushes, with the exception of like the 138 and the 109, like my 150, my 129, my 116, they're kind of rough. And the Sigma ones are softer feel to the face. So that's really nice. And I just like that, again, they come with brush guards. The next one is that 165. And again, I have the MAC one. You can tell the difference. And part of it, the difference is from putting them into the brush guards, and part of the difference is just simply they made these so they had a little bit more of a point, it looks like. Let's see, next one is the SS131. This is what it looks like. Now, I had the MAC one of this, and I actually sold it because I didn't use it that often. And I've used this a couple times. I find there's better brushes for blush, and I believe that's the main purpose for this, because I don't think you could use this for foundation. You can see a little bit of a pink tint to this. I find that these bristles I have trouble getting the color out of unless I do a deep cleaning. So, but it's a nice brush. I just didn't like the original, so I'm really not keen on the additional one by Sigma. The next one is the SS227, and the 227 is one of my favorite brushes that I probably use every single day. They are very, very similar brushes and very similar in density and everything. Now, the funny part about my MAC one that has always happened is it bleeds when I wash it. I have no idea why just this one does that, but it always bleeds. And I use light colors on it, so it's not like I'm using a dark color. I use this for all over the lid colors. And so it always has bled on me. The Sigma version has not yet, which, by the way, too, just to let you know, the handle on this is just slightly shorter, just so you're aware of that. The next one is the SS192. Now, this is a brush that has been discontinued, and I had considered a couple times getting it at the CCO. However, I didn't decide to do that, and this is actually a concealer brush. Now, this brush, if you watch Juicy Tuesday's video with Awaz, he actually says that this is one of his favorite concealer brushes because it just dabs over such a large area. I'm really liking it so far. I like the density of it. I like the feel of it. I'm not really a concealer brush person. I tend to just wipe it on and go. But of the brushes I've used, like versus this is my Sigma 194, I prefer this one for a concealer. The next brush is the SS195. Where did this go? This one is a concealer brush as well. I used it on my paint pots. As I said, I'm not a big concealer person, or I love concealer, let me rephrase that, but I don't use concealer brushes. So I use this on my paint pots, and it seemed to work well. It's a good brush. I do have a MAC one of this, but it's a special edition one, and I don't keep it in my main set because I just don't use it enough. But I do like this for paint pots. It seems to work well, and it brushes it on just really nice and smooth without being too thick of a layer. So I do like it for that. These two next brushes I'm super excited about as well. And that is the Sigma SS217. This is what the 217 looks like. And this one is still super clean, which is really nice because all of my MAC ones, I have a couple MAC ones and I have one more. But look at the difference in coloring. Just because I use them all the time. And these two have been deep cleaned. So this one has been deep cleaned as well. And this one went back to the white color really well. Feels amazing, works the same. I love this brush. Like, I use these religiously. The next one is the SS222, which is a larger brush than the 217. The 217 is a little bit shorter. 217's on this side right over here, this one. And then the 222 is the taller one. Now, it's interesting because I have the original MAC 222 as well, and I don't use it. I don't know why. I need to move it, so maybe I'll use it more often. I just don't use it. I don't know why. The 222 is supposed to be a more precise version of the 224. This is the MAC 224. I find that to be fairly true. I just forget about it. I don't know why. I guess because I have too many brushes, but I love them all. The next one is the SS226, and this is what this looks like. And then I also have the MAC one. And again, one thing I love about Sigma's brushes that are pointed is they did a much better job of adding that point to it than MAC did. MACs are a little bit more rounded, which has its pluses and minuses. So I really like that. I should have pulled out these brushes. There it is. The next one is the Sigma SS214. Now, I bought this brush. It was special edition from MAC, and this is what it looks like. It looks exactly the same. Almost everything to me about it is the same. The MAC handle is actually shorter on this one. MAC's on the top. Pretty much exactly the same. I thought I was going to use this all the time for under my eye and adding some color. I still use my Bare Essentials. It's called the Heavenly Liner Blending. But this little brush is amazing. I don't know why I go back to that one. I thought I would use these for that, but I just don't. Then this is the SS212. Now it's interesting because I heard a lot of people saying, oh, you know, they don't use this type of brush for liner and it's a flat topped liner brush. And a lot of people saying that they prefer, you know, a more pointed brush. I don't have mine are back there. I don't know where mine went. Might be over the side for cleaning. This is actually one of my favorite brushes for gel and for pan liners, like a Laura Mercier pan liner. And the reason for that, I'll show you my MAC one. My MAC one is dirty. This is what it looks like. The MAC one is the darker one and the Sigma one is the more red one. Now what I tend to do with this, I'll be honest, is it gives me a great wing line because you can actually just put it out to the edge and then connect it in and then fill it in. This works better for me for that winged liner than any type of, here I'll pull this one out, any type of just pointed brush like this, angled thin brush. So I'm pretty impressed with this. I love it. It's just, as an example, here we go. As an example, I forgot about this one. This one is the Sigma SS210 and it is a thin pointed liner brush. I've only used this twice and I used it to line my waterline with a gel liner because, like I said, I tend to go for this brush much more for my liner and to get a nice winged eye. Some people prefer this, like they think this is the way to go for a wing liner. It's all in how you do it and what you like of it. So that is my review on the Sigma Advanced Brush Set. I definitely think this is great. I definitely think it is a great addition, and especially, as I've said before, if you're someone just starting off with getting brushes, honestly, had I not owned all of these MAC ones and had I gotten the Sigma ones, I wouldn't have bothered with the MAC ones because I have a ton of MAC brushes and Sigma wasn't out when I first started getting brushes, and I bought a lot of brushes and spent a lot of money on brushes that, don't get me wrong, I like them, but had I had an opportunity or an option to get something less expensive that works just as well, I would have gone with the Sigma brushes. Now, a lot of people also say that they are not truly professional brushes, which I somewhat agree with. I do think that there are more so-called professional brushes out there, but I think that these are amazing, amazing brushes for anyone starting out. And I personally like them better than the MAC ones, but there are a few lines out there that I think are more of a professional line of brushes. But MAC brushes are nice, but I'll tell you what, like, if I have an option, I would rather have Sigma ones if I hadn't already purchased the MAC ones. So that is my review on the Sigma Professional Advanced Set. It also comes with a nice little booklet, if you guys are wondering. Tells you all about each brush and what you can use them for, which is really nice. So I hope you found this review helpful. If you have any additional questions, please post them below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and have a great day. Bye.